Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Troy Holistic Nutritionist. And if you want to live a drug-free, pain-free life, hey, I'm your girl. So today I want to talk to you about how I got rid of a pain that had been plaguing my body for 31 years. You heard that right, 31 years. So I want to share my story with you as well as let you listen to some other people's stories who had been dealing with pain for a long time and how they got rid of it without drugs, without supplements, without lotions or potions, okay? So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Again, I'm a holistic nutritionist, and what you will see here are ways to live pain-free and healthy without drugs or supplements. That's what we do here, mainly without drugs. There are some supplements from time to time that I do recommend, but overwhelmingly we do this all without using drugs or supplements. So let me tell you my story. Back in 1991, way back when, right, I had female surgery. And you ladies know, or you're probably familiar with the bikini cut. That's when they give you a nice little smile along your hairline, right? And they cut you from side to side. Well, I got that cut in 1991. And since that time, it seems like it just never properly healed. And what I mean by that is it was always achy. It would be painful, especially as my bladder would start to feel a little bit. It would just feel like it was on fire down there, right? So I went to the urologist, had my bladder checked out. They said there's nothing wrong with your bladder. So in order to basically manage the pain as best as I could, I developed the habit of every 2 hours I was in the bathroom. And it wasn't like I had to set a clock, because as my bladder would fill, it would just start to hurt in that area. So folks, I dealt with that for 31 years or 32 years. Can't remember. But anyway, it happened in 1991. So fast forward to July 2022. Someone introduced me to the patch, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. And I started, wearing it because I was told that it has helped people get out of pain and heal bodies in all type of miraculous ways. But I'm going to be honest. When I first saw the patch, what attracted me were these before and after photos of people who had been using them, because they obviously looked like they had reverse aging. And I was like, whoa. And yes, I'm still a little vain. At 70, I can still be vain. And so I wanted those results for myself. So that's what first attracted me to the patch. So I wasn't anticipating that it was going to heal that area. I really was going after the vanity issue, and I had some other things going on that I was hoping it would help out with. So that was in July of 2022. And my husband and I, we are boaters. We do have a nice little pontoon boat, and we do enjoy going out on it. And one of the criteria for buying that boat was that it had to have an area where I could use the bathroom, because I go to the bathroom so frequently just to get that pain down. So we had gone out in October, and as we were docking, and we had been out for 5 hours, folks. And my husband looked at me and said, you didn't use the bathroom this time around. And I was like, I didn't. And then I said, and I don't have any pain. Now, folks, I can't tell you when the pain went away, why it went away, or how it went away. But all I know is that the only thing that had changed in my life was this little patch. Now, I'm going to tell you what this patch is all about. But first, I want you to hear from some other people who have been dealing with pain in their body and what this little patch has done for them.
The main effect that I got from the patch was I was dealing with some significant hip pain, and there was a lot that led up to that. But I'd been through physical therapy, I'd been to a chiropractor, I get some relief. Physical therapy was awful. I met with us that gave us the patch, and we were kind of contemplating. And as we were walking away, I had 2 steps to go down, and I couldn't do it without holding on to my husband because there was no railing. And he ran back in the house. He's like, let me put a patch on you. And he brought me a patch, put it on. That night, I was walking straighter. And within a few days, pretty much my pain was gone. And I had so much pain that when I rolled over in bed, I would moan. I'd kind of wake myself up moaning. So that was the first month. And that was just with Eon and X39. I was walking again, and I'm in month 6 now, and there's been I don't know what happened at the 6-month time frame, but I just felt like things blew up, and it's just, I feel amazing. I'm walking. I did my first hike a couple weekends ago, which made me cry. My neuropathy is improving. My fingertips, I can feel them for the first time in 25 years. And it just has been an amazing ride for me. So looking forward to what's to come.
It's my 12-month anniversary is coming up, and I'm always smiling, joyful, because it's transformed my life in such deep ways and even shocking ways. Like, I didn't realize even other layers of healing inside me. And my initial call was, I was literally like asking, like, I need something. I need something. The food, the diet, the exercise, I was so good at it, but I felt like I stopped, right? You hit a wall, and then what is next for me? What this is it. This is the last step, the light therapy. And for me, the chronic pain, I was in chronic pain, and it was like, and many of those that have chronic pain understand you're victimized by your body, and you don't know emotionally, mentally. It's like you're just kind of working through the days. And for me, it was pretty instant for me. I'm not going to say that for everybody, but what happened was, so I grew up with multiple autoimmune diagnoses, from like rheumatoid to MS, and lupus was the one that stuck in my 20s. And 15 years old on like all these IV therapies and stuff. And so struggling most of my life with sickness and joint pains and all those things. And I started to have really bad lower back, hip pain after the birth of my second. And I was like, this really is horrible. I can't live like this. It was like, I started to cry. Like, it started to hurt in my sleep. I'm like, this is not good. So within like, not kidding, like within weeks, my left hip pain just disappeared. The right hip, it took much more work for that. So then I went, oh my gosh, I'm out of chronic pain. What's next? And then what happened next was, I was like, oh, I have like tension. I'm like, tension is okay. And the tension has disappeared. And I work out all the time. I have so much energy. I feel like I'm getting younger looking. I don't know. But that was really what drove me into really looking at this next level of healing. And in that, I discovered old traumas were kind of being revealed emotionally in a way that I had a capacity to be with. And so the X39 and the Eon is like my love story between those two, what brought me to such a...
Before I go on to say more about these wonderful little patches, they are made by the company LifeWave, and LifeWave does not intend for these patches to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or illness at all. If you are pregnant, nursing, or if you have any medical conditions, you want to consult with your physician. So let's talk about the patch. First and foremost, it is non-transdermal. What does that mean? Nothing is going into my body at all. There's no medicine on this patch. There's no botanical on this patch. Nothing is going into my body. Now, you're probably familiar with the smoker's patch or the birth control patch that slowly releases medication into the system. Folks, that's not what this does at all. This is just like a bandage that you would put on a bandage if you cut yourself. It's a little sticky, so it sticks to the skin, but it's encased between two pieces of plastic, just like a bandage would be. But when I put this thing on my skin at certain points, like behind my neck or below my belly button, because of the special structure that is in the middle, you can't see it with the naked eye, but this is a special structure that allows it to reflect my own body's light. Now, folks, all human beings emit a low-level infrared light. You do, and I do. And when that light is reflected back into my system, because this just acts as a shield, a reflective shield, I should say. This just acts as a reflective shield. And when that happens, that light that is being reflected back into my body causes photobiomodulation to occur, which is light making changes in my biology. So you know how if you go out in the sun and the sun hits your skin, your body makes vitamin D. Doesn't need you to do anything else but be in the sun, right? That's photobiomodulation. It's light causing changes to happen in your body. Well, in the same way, when my own infrared light is reflected back into my skin, changes happen in my physiology. And in this case, this particular patch is called the X39, the stem cell activation patch. In this case, it elevates a copper peptide in my body called GHKCU. Now, GHKCU, when that gets elevated, it causes the stem cells that you naturally have in your body, but they may be dormant, to wake up and start healing your body again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about stem cells, they are the holy grail of healing. We all have them. But as we age, they are less and less active. Well, what this process does, this is the patch. It reflects back my own infrared light naturally. When that happens, it elevates GHKCU. When GHKCU goes up, my stem cells proliferate at a greater rate. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've never heard of GHKCU, I want to recommend this book to you. It's called How to Reverse Aging, A Comprehensive Guide to Copper Peptides by Dr. John Harmon. This book is amazing. So GHKCU is nothing new, and we all have it naturally. It's just a matter of getting that at a higher level, which in turn gets my stem cells up and marching. So that's kind of how the process of the patch worked. That is the X39 stem cell activation patch. But this company, which is 20 years old, they have a variety of patches that help with different issues. For an example, while this is the X39 that helps with stem cell activation, they have one that helps with energy and helps the body to burn fat. Now, this one, for example, this was the very first patch created over 20 years ago for use by the Navy SEALs to help keep them awake without amphetamines. So I wouldn't care. I have them all up here. Some help with collagen, some help with hormone balancing. This is another amazing one that helps with whole body inflammation. I am so grateful to be living in a pain-free body at 70 years old. Not a lot of 70-year-olds can say that because we're kind of used to having joint pain and hip pain, etc. I encourage you just to check out the link below. There's a lot more information there. There are videos you can watch. The scientific studies are there. The patents are there as well. But here's something special. Regularly, we do what we call patching parties online, and we give away free product. We give away a whole month supply of free product to our guests. Now, not everybody wins, but we do give away a lot of product, and we have these every single week. So if you would like to be invited to a patching party, just connect with me below and say, hey, give me the link to the patching party or invite me to the patching party. But the best way is to simply send me a text at 240-301-1199. That's 240-301-1199. I'll leave that link below as well. I'll also leave my email address if you just want to connect with me and send me an email. So I'm so grateful to be living in a pain-free body, and that is my desire for everyone, because life is better when you're not in pain. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Blessings. Bye-bye.